What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Michael, or It's Law Worth It. Today we're going to be talking about law school addendums, what they are, what they mean, why they are important to the application process. Let's just dive right into the video. So to start off, a law school addendum is basically a way to kind of supplement your application with more information. It's to provide the reader with a better understanding of what you want to explain. And what I mean by what you want to explain is kind of additional information you want to give them to be able to make a successful decision on your application. So it's really a way to make sure no cards are left on the table, or to make sure that your reader is not left confused by anything in your application, because during the application process you want to make sure you just put everything out on the table. You want to make sure that you are just being as honest as possible with the reader. And so for an example, for myself, I wrote an LSAT addendum for my application because I took the LSAT more than once, and I have a history of poor performance on standardized tests. When I took the SAT in high school, I ended up taking it 3 times, and that's because I have test taking anxiety, and that contributes to my poor performance on standardized exams. So I decided to write an LSAT addendum and talk about the same thing, because the same thing was happening during the LSAT. I just wanted to make sure that the person that was reading my application saw my score, and that they would be able to understand why I took the LSAT more than once, and just kind of have some background knowledge about my test taking anxiety. When you write an LSAT addendum, you don't want to make it seem like you are making excuses for anything in your application. You want to be able to say, look, this is what I experienced, and this is what I will be doing in the future to make sure that this doesn't happen again, or this is what I'm doing to kind of improve the situation. So for an example, I talked about going to therapy to combat my anxiety, and what I'm doing to just make sure that I will be successful in law school, and that my LSAT score does not define who I am now. It will not define the amount of success I will have in law school or in my career. So you never want to make it seem like you are just making excuses for the way that things are in your application, but you want to use it as a way to kind of bring light to a situation and then talk about how improvement will be made. I've personally heard of people writing addendums for LSAT, GPA, maybe something traumatic happened in undergrad that you want to talk about. Maybe something was going on with your family, which is why that contributed to something in your application not being the best that you wanted it to be. I've honestly heard of people writing law school addendums for different reasons. You honestly can write an addendum if those things apply to you. If there's nothing that needs explanation, like further explanation in your application, do not feel that you need to write a law school addendum, but only write one if it does apply to you. But that's all I have to say about addendums, and I wish you the best of luck during your application process. And that's going to be it for this video. I will see you all in the next one.